Monterey is often known as a wine destination. Will the peninsula become a craft beer hotspot in the near future?
I like to brew a lot of hop-forward West Coast style ales, everything from hoppy session ales to pale ale, IPA, double IPA. You know, I like to smell a beer and have the aroma just knock me over. Then I also like to brew the Belgian-inspired beers, the rustic farmhouse ales. We'll have some experimental stuff like pepper beers, and we're going to start doing casks every Tuesday for the farmers market where we're going to feature local ingredients. Today I'm going to do a steam beer with local blueberries, and we're going to soak some oak chips in bourbon, so that'll be a fun one.
The main philosophy of the restaurant is to pair the beer with food and allow people to see how beer can pair well with all types of dishes. We're also in the kitchen using a lot of beer in the recipes, so normally where you would see wine or water in a recipe, we're utilizing some of our own beer in the recipes. I think both the brewery and the kitchen are both trying to feature local ingredients, sustainable local produce, and trying to do everything fresh and made here so that you also could see everything being made. Part of the design idea was to expose all the brewery operations and expose the kitchen so you can see the authenticity of what we produce.
Downtown Monterey has been on a roll since the adoption of the Downtown Specific Plan. Investment in the district is breathing new life into our historic Main Street. The latest success story is the opening of this new brewery, along with the restoration of a historic building.
Well, my son had several brew pub restaurants in San Diego, and we were looking for an opportunity to do a project together. And we looked for sites from Los Gatos down to Big Sur, and had a very fortuitous meeting with Chip Rehrig here at the city, who we were looking for a great old building to revitalize and one with a lot of volume and a lot of space to do what we wanted to do. And he happened to mention this building, which wasn't for sale at the time, but we were able to talk to the guys who were planning to develop it, and were able to purchase the building, and that's how it started. Well, actually, I was reading the Downtown Specific Plan on the internet, and that's what led me to Chip in our first meeting, because I was pretty excited about what I was reading, and having been involved in large multi-use projects in other places, I could see the results of that sort of forward thinking of getting away from the automobile and more into a pedestrian environment. And I think everything that they were trying to do rang true to what we were hoping for.
The City of Monterey's Downtown Specific Plan is a guide for growth and development in downtown. It illustrates and brings to life a community-drafted vision for its future. The Alvarado Street Brewery exemplifies many goals in this plan. For one, it is a mixed-use project, highly encouraged in the Specific Plan.
The general plan and the Downtown Specific Plan talk about mixed-use development. It creates a vision for, again, hearkening back to a point in time where people lived near where they worked. People living in downtown areas instead of living out in suburban areas. So getting people to live downtown, to enjoy all the services that a downtown offers, whether it's getting your eyes examined, or getting your groceries, or getting your hair cut, or being able to walk to your place of employment.
Having more residents downtown also creates more vibrancy and a more social and safe environment. Benefits to the local economy will flow from these kinds of projects. The brewery is also the second downtown property to develop an outdoor seating area.
Well, in this climate, outdoor seating is a great opportunity. It also allows us, because it's contiguous to the building, it allows us to open the front of the building up, and so the inside and outside blend together. So when we're set up for it, it allows us to really have sort of an indoor-outdoor environment. Even inside, the first portion of the bar feels almost like it's outside.
The outdoor seating is really just a way of enlivening the street. I think it shows that they're accessible and they're safe, and it provides another venue for meeting friends and just contributing to a streetscape.
Lastly, the brewery project preserves the historic character of the downtown. The building is a perfect example of adaptive reuse. Monterey has long been a national model of adaptive reuse. Look at Cannery Row, where canning facilities now house shops, restaurants, and the Monterey Bay Aquarium. 19th century adobes in the downtown area are now used as businesses and City Hall offices. The brewery building is nearly 100 years old and had sat vacant for almost a decade. It was originally built for the Elks Club and housed a movie theater for many years.
What we wanted to do is to keep the character of the building, so part of the design motif for the project was to sort of respect the era in which the building was built, do it in a more modern way, more evocative and not literal. So we wanted to sort of respect the building and come up with a concept that was more or less like a turn-of-the-century American bistro feel, like you might see in New York or Chicago. This is an urban setting, and we want to be part of the revitalization of the urban area here in downtown Monterey. Well, I think a rising tide floats all boats. I think that this building was vacant for 15 years and it was boarded up, so I think anytime you take an old building and give it new life, it hopefully will have a ripple effect. The theater across the street is in the process of selling, and I know the empty lot down a block away is about to be developed, so hopefully all those signs will point to a much more vital downtown.
Oh, it's great. I love it here. It's beautiful. Everyone's so friendly. It's a really relaxing place to live, very laid back, and just so much outdoor activity, and just the food is so fresh. And it's just very like-minded people who, can appreciate what we're doing. So I think it's the absolute perfect place for this concept. I'm new to the community, but I've already been welcomed graciously and just really excited to be here and look forward to making beer for a long time.
It creates a long-term vision for the downtown to recreate downtown as the center for commerce and culture. Help it become a more vibrant area for residents and visitors to frequent.